those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, welcome to your mystery reading. The first thing that we're going to do is shuffle out one card from the Magical Dogs Tarot to get the context or the general energy of your reading. If you want to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're interested, you can also find me on TikTok. The link to that will be in the description. And before I get you your first card, remember that this is a general reading that could be meant for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find a meaning in a message, that's okay, just let it go, because it might just be meant for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. Okay, so interesting. So the card that we have from this deck is the Six of Pentacles, and I just saw 111. This could be about giving to yourself or something else that you're investing in, whatever it is. Trust yourself, believe in yourself, and remember that whatever you invest in will grow. And with the number 6, it really feels like there's a message here that you really need to be investing in self-love and giving to yourself. And also, I just noticed that this card, at least when I look in the camera, it looks like it almost blends in with the background, or like this thing that I have on the table. Like it's almost hard to see the edges. And so this makes me think of something like camouflaging. And it makes me think that there's something here about the universe not wanting you to be focused on fitting in, but rather being focused on just being yourself and trusting that it's going to pay off. If you show up in the world as a different person, you're going to attract people and things that are for the person that you are portraying. But if you are yourself, you're going to attract people and things that actually align with you. I feel that there is a very strong importance here on something. I just forgot what I was talking about. But either way, I do feel like this is a very important reading for someone, and there could be a strong emphasis on something in particular where you need to be focused on choosing yourself more, giving to yourself in some way. If you are a particularly giving person, you really could be being called to be more selfish. But if you are a more selfish person, you're being called to be more giving. There really needs to be a balance here of give and take between you and the universe. It really feels like the universe is wanting you to meet halfway somehow. And I just saw 333, which is a very clear sign here that the universe wants you to meet halfway through growing, through reflecting on your past and, understanding how to let it empower you and understand your purpose rather than disempower you and just push you around in life. I feel like you could be learning things here about just understanding where you're meant to be. And I feel like the best way to understand where you're meant to be is to just be yourself and be open to being judged, to being misunderstood, because being yourself has nothing to do with what people think of you. I'm also feeling here, this may not be a message for everybody, but if you feel like you're being pressured into something by your peers or peer pressure, or there's some sort of pressure coming from somebody, don't give in to that pressure. Balance it out by putting more pressure on that person to do something. And I did see 444 for a second. So I do feel like your foundation is unstable because, or isn't as stable as it could be because your give and take is off between you and the universe, you and the people around you. There is just an imbalance here, is what I'm feeling. Now I am going to draw out some cards from a deck big enough to shuffle from this box of cards that I've made. I'm not sure exactly how many cards we're going to pull from this. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm thinking maybe 3. We'll see. Okay. I need to put some of these back. Okay. So for your first card, actually, I think we're going to go ahead and take 3. But for your first card, we have the 3 of Pentacles, earthly, material, and sensual. It says teamwork, collaboration, building, and swift progress. The number 3 is a number on this card, and it's also definitely significant for someone watching this reading. The number 3, I'm also feeling like 369 could be an interesting or significant number conversation number combination for someone. There could be something here about a conversation. There's something here where you're being called to work with it rather than against it, and this could be the universe, another person, or something else that you want to invest in. I feel like communication is what's really going to help something that you're investing in, whether it's yourself or whatever, grow and definitely expand. I feel like there needs to be more communication between you and this thing or this person, and understanding what a balanced give and take is, what a fair commitment is, if that makes sense. That's interesting. On this card, we also have creativity and expression, and there's actually growth on that card. I didn't notice that till now. So growth is definitely very, very significant here. There's could be something here that you're loyal to that I think is going to teach you a lot about give and take through your loyalty or your commitment. Again, this doesn't have to be a specific person. If this is like a project or something that you're working on, there could be a message here about having a more realistic routine, not being so hard on yourself. Like, commitment and consistency aren't about the grind. It's about setting a routine and following it. Whether that routine is doing, investing in whatever for a couple days out of the week. I feel like there's a message here that however much you are able to put into some sort of investment is enough. You just have to be patient. And also with this card, or I just saw June. So June could be a significant month for someone. Maybe there could be a birthday, or the zodiac sign Gemini could be significant. For your next card, it says advice on the back. We have the Fool. Embrace the new and scary. You never know where it could take you. Yeah, and that could be a good thing, or that could be a bad thing. There is an adventure here that you're being called to go on, and go into it without any expectations. Just allow yourself to explore, to be curious, to express yourself. Again, communication is coming through very strongly. Maybe there's something here about communication that you could learn and maybe even teach and share about. You can help. There's something here about making a difference, at least in your community or the people that you surround yourself with. Know that, whatever changes you make, they will impact people, and that's either for bad or for good. I do feel like there's an important decision here. Like, when you really look at the core of things, are you committed to self-love or self-destruction? Are these thoughts coming from self-love or self-destruction? These feelings, these actions, these impulses? I do feel like there's an opportunity here to really better understand yourself. So also, don't be hard on yourself. Allow yourself, I want to say, to be a kid again. It's okay to be naive, to be ignorant, to not know. To know, we first have to not know. So maybe there is something here that you really are going to learn or know about. And I saw 1010, so the universe and your spirit guides really, really want to help you with whatever this is, whatever this big ending and new beginning in your life is. I just saw, dang it. I saw something, it was a number, I think it was 122, remember that change starts with you. And we have the month of March, so it seems like March or June is significant for someone. If you, I don't know, something about the seasons could be significant here. Doesn't have to be, but definitely feels like it could be for somebody. It does feel like timing here is significant in some way. I just saw 111. I think for the last message for this reading, you know, what we started with, trust yourself, believe in yourself, allow yourself to be curious, to be adventurous, to explore. That's why it's so important to learn to trust yourself, so that way you can allow yourself to explore the world and your opportunities. I feel like there could be a shift here about looking at the world as your playground rather than a prison, looking at it like heaven or looking at it like hell, or maybe both. I'm feeling something here about light and dark energies and gaining new perspectives around that. But that will be the end of your reading. I hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you liked it, hit the like button to show me that. That is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can donate through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any. I'd really love to connect with you more. And thank you so much to those of you who have shown your support thus far. It really does mean a lot to me. And the last thing I want to say is thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.